guys, what's going on? So, cruising the city right now. Gotta go into work later. But cruising the city right now. Just enjoying some peace and quiet. I got a little person with me. Hopefully they'll be clear of the camera. Today, I had started a channel outside of this one. And I was thinking about my goal with that channel was to help people to kind of tap in, like intuitively, to seek inner guidance and higher knowledge. And I noticed as I was doing like certain readings for people and stuff that it was so much, it's always some past energy that comes up. And I'm like, man, like I was just sitting here like, there's so many ways and techniques in order to like help people to like grow, evolve and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna get like, it's tough work. It's tough work because you have to constantly reshape your focus. Like one prayer is not gonna do it. One ritual is not gonna do it. Like doing all those things, what it does, it helps to reset you in a major way, to shift your focus, to show you where your intention actually lies. But nothing beats having a thought about someone from your past or something that happened in the past and needing to tell yourself mentally, I gotta leave this behind. Is this relevant right now? Am I still bringing the past with me in the present? You pray and you ask for help, but you gotta meet God halfway too. It's not just now, yeah, there are miracles that happen, but I like to think that those occur for people, like, I feel like it's like an order in the process, or like like some people get seniority. Like people with certain ailments, like they only can control so much of what they control. Like how many people do you know that ended up with some type of lung cancer and never smoked a cigarette in a day in their life? That's something that's out of their hands. Like they can't do anything about that, especially if they've been living pretty healthy and they come, even if it's not lung cancer, just any kind of cancer, any type of disease. Maybe it's something that's hereditary and they're dealing with that. I feel like those people or children that are in a bad state of environment or something, somebody that's hopeless or something happened in life that was way out of their control, I feel like they get top priority. Now I could be wrong about that. I'm sure it doesn't mean that nobody can get blessed or a miracle can occur in their life if these people aren't taken care of. But I do feel like there are some situations where it's like if you're completely hopeless, you probably gonna get top priority. That's just how I look at that. Everybody have a right to their opinion. That's just mine. I feel like when you are completely helpless, especially children, like in bad environments, dealing with abuse, all different type of things, like I pray for their miracles before I pray for mine, because they can't do anything about that. They can't help what they're dealing with. They can't go up and leave. There's certain things that they just can't control in those type of situations. So they can gladly take my miracle before I get mine any day. Or somebody that's dealing with an illness or a sickness and they can't seem to find the right doctor to diagnose them or treat them properly. Like, they can have my miracle any day of the week. If I was next in line and I knew somebody else needed it more, and I'm saying all of that to say there are some things that you are not helpless and you're not hopeless. This is a part of the process. And I'll tell you one thing, the harder that it gets, the closer you are to the breakthrough. Now, I've heard that numerous times. I'm sure you guys have heard that numerous times. But I'm telling you, if you just look back over your life, the moments where you didn't think you would figure out a situation, I promise you're not there. it is better in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just you're handling it better, you're learning not to let it affect you as much as you would in the past. You're no longer giving power in the negatives and towards the negative side of the experience or the situation. I'm telling you, in some way, shape, or form, either you is completely changed, the situation is no longer there, or you're coping better. Especially if you're dealing with grief, you may just be simply coping better. It doesn't mean you're over it. It doesn't mean you're completely healed from it, but you are coping better. Whether that means you're making sure you get up and you get you a bite to eat, you get yourself a cup of water, a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, you go outside, even if it's just to get the mail. You're not letting your mail stack up anymore because you're like, okay, I have to keep moving forward. In some way, shape, or form, something is changing in the situation because you've tolerated the worst of it already. But you're not helpless and you're not hopeless. You got to keep reprogramming your mind. This is one thing I've told some clients in the past, that I've given them like this, I've given them this analogy or this type of imagery to help them. Imagery is very important. Visualization is very important. I've had them picture themselves at a table, and at that table, you kind of, for the most part, if you're aware to a certain extent, you can tell when somebody's walking up on you. And it's kind of like you as you having these thoughts like about something that's happened or something that you let slide that you realize now maybe you should not have let slide. And imagine that as like a waiter coming up, and it's like this platter that's covered up, and they're walking up behind you, and you just simply put your hand up. Like you simply put your hand up, like, no. Like, I'm telling y'all, this has worked for me. And this is why I gave it to my clients, because it was something that worked for me. Everybody's going to find their own way of doing this, but I'm just trying to help shift in that direction, or to way to think or visualize. I've literally been in a store shopping, and this thought about a comment that somebody said to me from my past, wasn't even thinking about it. It just randomly came. And I literally put my hand up and shook my head in the middle of the store. Like, it was basically like, not today. We're not doing this no more. And I had to constantly, every time I noticed that a thought would come up that is something from the past, or something that someone said, like anything that wasn't, oh, what they got going on? Is it a festival? They got signs and all type of stuff. I forgot what flag that is. It's like the black, white, and green with the triangles. In my head, I'm hearing Sudan, but is there something going on with Sudan right now? I think it's another country. I just can't think of it right now. I have to look it up. But I literally put my hand up and shook my head, telling myself, we're not doing this. And you got to remember too, every thought is actually not your thought. And I think this is why some people are being mislabeled with certain mental health issues and things like that. It's like it's being mislabeled, because every thought is literally not your thought. This is why sitting with yourself and having alone time and getting used to your energy is so important. You'll be able to easily identify when your energy has shifted. And when you notice your energy has shifted, who are you around? Where are you? What are you doing? What were you thinking about that you know consciously you were thinking about? Those things help you, because that might be something you need to keep yourself away from. Yeah, bus. But literally, when you notice certain things and it's like, why is this coming up? No, it's good to evaluate. That's another good thing about alone time. You get to sit with your thoughts and see what thoughts actually float through your mind throughout the day. And you get to pick and choose how you want to think. You get to pick and choose the mindset. Is it gonna feel weird at first? Is it gonna feel fake at first? Is it gonna feel like tiresome to keep having to do that? Yes. Yes, it is. But there are some things in life that we just gotta do. And it's like, if you're gonna get up and go work for somebody else and put that much time in and know you don't want to be there, complain about and all this, you telling me that you can't take the time to reset your own mind in your own time? Like, just think about it. All the stuff that we do for other people that we don't want to do, or the responsibilities that we wish we may not have had, in whatever form that looks like, and we still get up and do it, but we will not take the time or make the extra effort to reshape our focus, or to put ourselves in. Yes. Yes. Airplane? Oh, okay. I didn't see it. Oh, okay. I didn't see it. So it's like, evaluate what's important to you. If you know a simple shift in mindset is all, if you knew that that was all it would take to get you towards the life that you desire, towards the people that you desire, towards the connections, towards the income, towards just a basic better relationship with yourself, like, is that not worth it to put in that effort? Yeah, it's a lot. And sometimes you just want to say screw it. Sometimes you are just gonna be like, maybe you're gonna have thoughts of settling, but that's why you gotta know what you're doing all this for. What is your underlying intention? What is your motivation? Like, what are you doing it for? Who are you trying to be? And everybody's different. There is no ultimate goal for people. You know why some people are winning and some people are not? Because they know who they are and they're accepting it. Now, we can look at that person and say they are the scum of the earth, but they're still being authentic. Because if I'm scum, I'm just gonna be scum. If that's where my highest role is in this life, then if I'm doing that, I'm already fulfilling it. This is why it's important to just pay attention to yourself and focus on what you have going on. Because everybody is here to play a role. People think that people are literally out here trying to hurt people. Now, there are some people, but that's because what you see is getting so much attention and media that we forget that there's actually good people. That's why when somebody does something nice for you, you're kind of like taken back by it. You're just like, yeah, train. Or it's just like, wow, you know, like you had those moments like, oh my God, that was so nice of what you did. So be mindful of what you're consuming, what you're taking in, what you choose to believe. Because what you choose to believe, what you choose to see is what makes up your own reality. The world at large can be a completely different world from the one you live in. I'm telling you. They don't have to be the same if you don't let them be the same. That's why some people go to work and they love what they do and some people don't. That's why some people have a great group of friends and some people don't. It's tough, but eventually you keep doing it and you keep doing it. That's how you build habits. More healthier habits. And it doesn't have to just be your thought process. Getting your body right, eating right, all of those things help. You choose what area you want to focus on, that you want to feel good about, and watch other areas of your life become highlighted to where you're like, wow, if I could change this, if I could do this, I could do this over here too. And it's your own life, it's your own process. You take your time. Don't worry about if you're going to be single forever. Don't worry about when you're going to get that. Is it a helicopter? Helicopter. All you need for that, to be honest with you, is to believe that you can have it. You can sit that belief right there and keep doing things that put you in alignment. It's like, okay, if over here is the belief that I'm going to find a divine counterpart, or over here is where I am living the most comfortably financially, whatever that is, now start doing things that go in that direction. A lot of people, it's simple to change your mindset. That's free. You don't have to pay any money except, what is this? Israel, that's what it is. Israel. Okay, what's going on with Israel? I don't watch a lot of news, so I'm kind of not familiar with, and I don't really be on social media like that. So I could not even tell you what's going on in this world, to be honest. It'll have to literally come to me for me to like find out. Call it what you want, but it's like I got enough. I got enough going on in my own life, in my own world, and I know I got a big compassionate heart, so I have to protect that sometimes. Just seeing certain people going through certain things in certain countries at war, it don't feel good. I can't sit in that though. I gotta know what's mine and what's not mine. I could pray for people, I could wish them well, and then I gotta leave it up to God, because I can't go over there and be like, y'all stop fighting. They gonna be like, get her out of here. I can't do that. I can't do that. So I wonder what's going on. They got this whole, are they protesting, or are they just, it's giving freedom of speech in some type of way. So I don't know why he scooted up like I was about to, like, officer, I can see that you're blocking that whole lane. I don't know why he scooted up like I was gonna be able to squeeze my car in between these two. Let me hold on one second. Excuse me, do you know what's going on?
Yeah, it's Land Day, which is a commemoration for Palestine. So it's a demonstration pro-Palestine.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
He said thank you much. Oh, okay, Land Day, so it's for Palestine. Okay, I was like, I'm looking like I know this looks familiar. Okay, we're just gonna park right here for a minute. We down at the lake. Might go down here for a walk. Okay. So yeah, recalibrate. We in this together. We are in this together. I'm not just saying this to y'all and I'm not doing it. Another thing I'm tired of complaining about stuff I can control. I don't know about y'all, but it's just hit different. Like, I'm sitting here giving all this energy about something that I don't like. We'll fix it. We'll change it. You don't like it, change it. Changing habits, man, it's tough. First, you gotta identify what the issue is. Then you gotta identify why are you dealing with it. And sometimes you gotta deal with all this while you're trying to transition out of one habit into more healthier habits or a different mindset. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all that this is easy, but it's worth it though. I've seen small changes and improvements in connections, in jobs, in how I show up for myself, how I stand up for myself. A lot of it is just for me. Learning how to say no, like asking myself if I'm so used to, trying to come from being a people pleaser. It's like I notice for me what's helped is when something presents itself to me, I will stop and ask myself, what do I actually want to do in this situation? And then I ask, what part of me is doing this? What part of me is coming up with this answer, yes or no? And sometimes I just say no because I just don't have the energy to give. And being okay with that. I don't have the energy to give. Or telling people like, hey, this will be my last time talking about this. Or this will be my last time trying to assist. I'm not going to beg anybody to want to grow, want to change, want to evolve. To show them that this is the path that they should take, because everybody's path different. That don't mean that everybody's path everybody's not for growth. Some people are okay who they are, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I know that I need people that are about that life in my life. It don't mean that I'm gonna be disrespectful, be rude, not be happy for you when things go well. It don't mean none of that. I just know for my circle and the people around me, because I know that I'm trying to push the envelope in certain ways, and I don't have many examples of people in my life that are pushing the envelope. So to have people that encourage me and support me, that's what I need. So it's like we all got to ask ourselves, what is it that we need? Even if it's in this season, it don't mean that you'll need that in another season. That's why some people, like, you know, when you're talking to somebody, you say, hey, are you just want a vent or you want advice? Okay, 1 minute. I'm sorry, 1 minute. Want some? Want some? Okay, some drinks. Here. Got it? Okay. Oh, okay. Recalibrate, recalibrate, recalibrate. Right there with y'all. But you can do this. You can do this. Pay attention to all those accomplishments, things that you overcome before. You did that, you can do this. You can do this. Palestine. I should have known that that's what that flag was. I couldn't think of what it was. Oh, what happened? All done? All done? Okay. This is different. I don't think I've ever, so it's land day today. Interesting. Now that I came down here and saw that, I kind of want to look up and see the history of what it is about. I ain't gonna hold y'all though. We 21 minutes in, almost 22. So just sharing some thoughts on my little riding for clarity. Clarity and peace. I'll give it y'all real soon.